Hi everyone, it's Justin here, Voices for Voices. Thank you very much for joining us, whether you're watching, listening here in the United States or across the world. Whether this is your first episode or you've been with us from the beginning, welcome to all new viewers and listeners. We have over 550 episodes, so please be sure to take a look at the catalog we have of episodes, guest topics, hard topics, easy topics, light topics, deep topics, all rooted in mental health, trauma, recovery. And if you could do us a big favor that is free to do, if you can give us a big thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, reshare, repost. And if you're able to, whether you're watching, listening on your mobile device, you can reach out to maybe 25, 50, 100 of your contacts and just share the Voices for Voices podcast and TV show with them. We do have this overarching goal that we want to reach and help at least 3 billion. That's billion with a B, like billion. We want to reach and help at least 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond. Uh, I can't, our team, we can't do it alone. And we don't have 550 plus episodes uh, without you. If you're not viewing, if you're not watching, downloading, listening, we don't have a show. We don't have an organization. We just wrapped up the month of July, and we had the third highest uh, analytic wise that we're able to see. The third highest download number for the month of July, all the way going back to, I think we had episodes maybe in 2022, 2023. Uh, So it's saying something, and it's saying something that you're here, you're watching, you're listening. Uh, Welcome to our friends, welcome to our enemies. Uh, we will, as always, share in good faith public safety, public service announcements, uh, where and when we see them and hear them. And that's just part of, I think, everyday life for people, whether you have a show, whether you are in the public eye like I am, across the world, 100 and I think 118 countries now. Uh, Need some help. Let's get that reach up to 300 countries. Uh, Over 1,000. I think we're in 1,200 or so cities that are with us. So thank you. We're grateful to have you with us. And I invite you, after you do all those free things like follow, subscribe, share, reshare, repost, and reach out to your contacts and share the Voices for Voices podcast and TV show, that you take a look at the description and check out our merch store, our merch shop. We have a lot of fantastic merchandise items that you can get, anybody can get with an internet connection. And Voices for Voices is a 501(c)(3) nonprofit. So any purchase you make, any donation at lovevoices.org is 100% tax deductible here in the United States. If As we have a lot of people tuning in and joining us from outside the United States, you just want to check with your tax preparer how that works for you. Uh, but yeah, we're here. Could have given up hundreds of times, probably thousands, uh, but we're here, and I wanted to touch on a real close to home subject of what it's like to be a dad here in now August of 2026. I'm not the Nobody's perfect. I'm not anywhere even close to that. I mess up on things all the time, uh, and just try to get better at them. Uh, but there's nothing like being a dad who watches their children or children or a child, so one or more, do what they like to do, what makes them smile, what makes them do maybe different extracurriculars. Maybe they're playing soccer, baseball, or maybe they're into ballet or gymnastics, whatever that may be. I've had the honor and privilege to be a dad. And again, while I falter at times, sometimes a lot, uh, I do the best I can, and nothing nothing compares to as being a dad to see my wife, our child, smile and laugh and play and be a be a kid. And that's not always the case, especially when, here in the United States, we have summer, so we have, I don't know, something like, I don't know if it's 2 whole months off, just depending where they're at, if they're in elementary or high school and different parts of the country. Some have school all year round, and uh, anyways, nothing nothing compares to just seeing a child or children happy and do things that they love to do. I I ask, from time to time, like, do you like what you're doing? Because we don't force our children child to do what they don't want to do. In fact, it's the opposite. There's so much that we have to do, a little bit of process of elimination, because as we know, different sports, athletics, ballet, gymnastics, there's different timings on that. Like the class might run all year for many years, like for several years. It may be for 8 weeks. It may be that it starts on Mondays for the first 4 weeks, and then maybe it switches to maybe a Thursday, and then maybe it started at 5, and then now it's starting at 6:45. And so we all know how that is, just as being humans, of there's so much that we can do as humans, and it's a good problem to have when there are so many activities that bring joy to you and yours, whether you're a parent or guardian, and as well as mine and my wife with ours. And there's a lot of books out there talking about what to expect, things you can do. That one of the first ones is, before the child or children, if there's, uh, twins or triplets or, um, is, we start with a plan of like, oh, well, when you're sleeping, I'll do this, and then when I'm sleeping, and it's interesting because as I have the last few weeks uh, heard conversations about, oh, well, when the baby's born, that this is how we're going to handle it, and it's a whirlwind. Like my child, my wife and I's child. I mean, once once you bring new life into the world, it's almost like so many other things don't matter. I give an example, or don't matter as much. I give an example, sports. So I've been an avid sports fan of various teams over the year, various sports over the years. And a lot of times the games are in the evening, 6, 7, 8, and then time zones too. If they're traveling to a different time zone, then there's going to be a little bit of a difference in the starting time of the game or match or competition. And so before, we brought our child into the world. I mean, first off, I've talked so much about the mental health aspect. I'll continue to talk about that. Is that's the very foundation of not just our podcast, but our organization. I I don't want to say like sports like just went on the back burner, but it kind of did. I still tried to catch some games here and there, and you may know if you have or know somebody has a child or multiple children that you got to run on their schedule. Like when they're hungry, like they have to eat. When they go potty, they have to be changed. Uh, they need to be burped. There's just things and making sure that where they're going to be sleeping is safe and secure because it's a real person, real life. It isn't a stuffed animal. This is like a real living, breathing person. And it is just one of the best experiences that I've had and will continue to have of being a dad. And I was, in my 20s and that family, I kind of put family on the back burner, like totally, because I wanted to do the things I wanted to do, and family things weren't very high on that list for me. And then when I hit that bottom, that valley, mental health wise, and just health in general, and then bringing new life into the world shortly thereafter, it helped give life like an extra bonus of purpose, of, I and you were on earth for specific reasons. As I mentioned, it doesn't matter who your higher power is or not. I think for me, with God, there's got to be reasons why I'm still here. And it's hard to talk about these things. But when you see a baby being born and the first time, the first chance you have to hold, I still have that picture. It was, it was incredible. There was even a moment when the first time I was able to hold our baby, where we made eye contact, a newborn within like the last 20, 30 minutes. I know there's people out in the world that aren't able to see, aren't able to hear, could be a quadriplegic, could be anything. And so I didn't take for granted that moment, that first moment that I had. It started being like really protective because there's, family around, you're in a birthing suite. So there's a lot of space for family, for bags, because just going through the process could take a couple days. Uh, but anyways, when we made eye contact, it was just like uh, I helped bring new life into the world. And it might not seem to some people, and these those people, I'm not talking to you about this subject. I'm talking about the people that understand what it's like to have a child, to care for a child, and not the alternative that is plaguing our society and our, different parts of the world. And so now, when there's different athletics and sports that our child wants to do, we, we want that experience for as many athletics or the arts or what gymnastics. We want there to be that experience of being part of a team, and even if it's not a competitive team, like the the group of people that you do your activity with. I can think of like a camp kind of thing. Meeting new people, and then the whole trying to do the best you can to keep them safe. And so that really brings us to kind of that current state that we've had on the last couple episodes. No child is for sale. No human is for sale, especially no children are for sale. And I've been ridiculed. Doesn't bother me. It's caused me to try to do the best that I can. Some things we can see with progress, others we may not see the fruits of our labor for a period of time. And that's okay. The old patience is a virtue, being patient is a virtue. I'm one of the most impatient people that you'll ever meet. However, over a period of time, I've learned and try to learn and try to put into practice being patient. It's so hard. We want we want things now, right? Just like the apps, some of the apps we have on our phone. Something's on our mind, we may go to it and go, I'm going to buy that today. It's going to get shipped to me in the next couple hours, the next day, overnight. And while that can be a good thing, it can also be something that retracts. But getting back to being a parent, it's hard at times. It's really hard at times. Just like life in general is very hard at times. And that's why having goals, no matter how small, there's no goal that is too small. That's why we dream. I want to do this or that in my lifetime. I want to help be a part of this cause, this organization. Or I just want to be myself and just learn. And by trying new things, we're learning. We're learning whether we like it, we're learning whether we don't like it. But I'll just end on this. Being a parent is one of, I feel like one of my greatest accomplishments. Again, I'm not perfect. Nobody is. I falter every day at one thing or another, but there's nothing that will take away my love, compassion, empathy, just being there for our child, whether that's in conversation or whether it's not. Like with my dad, we'd be in the same room for watching a ball game or something for a couple hours, then we might only have a couple sentence conversations over that time. Just being there made me feel secure, supportive. So thank you to all the parents, all the guardians, all the people that are helping our young people be the best that they want to be at what they want to do. We shouldn't force them into something. We can give them an option and say, do you want to try it once? And anybody's thinking about how adding to their family. It's one of the best feelings. You can't describe it. Just can't. I try to, just can't. So again, thank you to all parents. Thank you just to every human that's watching and listening. You're all a part of the Voices for Voices family. Whether you've watched or listened again to all of our episodes, or if this is your first episode, or if you only watched or listened to like 30 seconds of a show, to consider everybody in the world as part of the Voices for Voices family. So until next time, let's celebrate all the voices in the world. And let's be a voice for not just ourselves, but maybe somebody else that isn't able to have their voice amplified. And you can reach out if you'd like to be a guest on our show. It'd be our pleasure to have you on our show for the right reasons. So until next time, please be safe. We're sending our love and support to you and yours. Have a great day. Bye bye for now.